Good afternoon. Welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama Grace in Progress podcast. I'm Buffy, and just to give you a little bit of information about me, I'm a women's content creator on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and I deal with a lot of women's lifestyle issues, including fitness and nutrition, including life hacks, including marriage, family, children, mental health, biohacking, cycle syncing, functional fitness, essentially topics that are kind of, some of them are new, some of them have been used for a long time. Ultimately, my goal is to arm you with information. I like to learn a lot of things and kind of be up on certain things, and like to share that information with you and help you level up and help you be able to live the life that you want to live and show your children what's possible. And then ultimately, that be part of our legacy potentially, right? What a good legacy to have. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Happy to have you. If you're a returning viewer, thank you. Also happy to have you. If you have any story ideas that you're interested in, I would be happy to look at them and work on them. Just trying to make this kind of a women's village kind of thing where we learn and we grow together and live our best lives possible, right? What could be better than that? So today we are going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and I know many of you probably have experienced the same thing. It's called overcoming self-doubt and imposter syndrome. How to stop feeling like you're not enough. And I think that women probably more often deal with that than men. Just because men are taught to be a can-do, like there's nothing that they can't do, versus sometimes depending on when you grew up, you may have experienced the idea of, oh yeah, well, girls don't do that, or, like you're bossy, or, you're controlling, or, you're all the wrong things, right? And so that message gets stuck somewhere, and then it plants the seed of self-doubt, which continues to fester and grow. Each time something doesn't go your way, you're like, oh, my so-and-so was correct. Like I'm too bossy. I'm too much. I'm too this. I'm too that, right? So ever find yourself thinking, what am I to do that? Who am I to do this? Or waiting for the moment someone finds out that you're not as capable as they think. That, my friend, is imposter syndrome. And it's time we break its hold on your potential. Welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist Mama podcast, Grace in Progress, the space where we talk all things mindset, motivation, and becoming your most self-empowered self and leveling up. I'm Buffy, and today we're diving into something nearly every successful woman has battled: self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Let's be real. No matter how much we achieve, there's that sneaky inner voice whispering, you're not good enough. You just got lucky. Or soon they'll realize you don't belong here. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. Imposter syndrome doesn't mean you're not capable. It means you care. You're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and that's where growth happens. Today we're unpacking what imposter syndrome really is and how to spot the signs, and most importantly, how to overcome it and start showing up with confidence and self-trust. Grab your notebook, your coffee, or your walking shoes, and let's get into it. What is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is that persistent belief that you are a fraud, that your accomplishments are due to luck, timing, or other people's help rather than your own skills or effort. It's not just insecurity, it's a psychological pattern that can affect anyone, but especially women, and even more so high-achieving women. Why? Because women are often socialized to minimize success, over-apologize, and seek external validation rather than owning their worth. There are actually 5 common types of imposter patterns. The perfectionist. You set unrealistically high standards and feel like a failure when you fall short. The superwoman or superman. You overwork to prove you deserve success. The natural genius. If something doesn't come easily, you think you're not talented enough. The expert. You never feel ready and keep chasing more certifications or information. The soloist. You hate asking for help because that would prove you're not capable. Sound familiar? Most of us bounce between a few of these. Signs you're dealing with self-doubt or imposter syndrome. Here are some red flags that your inner critic is in overdrive. You downplay your achievements or deflect compliments. Oh, it was nothing. You attribute your success to luck or timing, not effort. You fear being found out. You procrastinate, not because you're lazy, but because you're afraid of failing. You overwork or overprepare just to feel safe. You compare yourself constantly and always come up short. You feel guilty when praised or recognized. Recognizing these patterns is step one, because awareness gives you your power back. The root causes. Imposter syndrome grows in environments where perfectionism is praised more than progress. Women are underrepresented, so success feels like being the only one. Social media fuels constant comparison. Childhood messaging told us we had to earn love or approval through performance. And here's something wild. The more you achieve, the worse it can feel. Because with each step up, the stakes rise. And so does the fear of failing. Actionable strategies to overcome self-doubt. All right, here's where we get practical. Let's talk about how to break this pattern. Name it to tame it. When you feel that I'm not enough, voice pop up, pause and label it. This is imposter syndrome talking. It instantly separates the emotion from your identity and who you are and what you're capable of. Reframe failure as feedback. Stop treating mistakes like proof you're a fraud. Every successful woman you admire, Oprah, Brené Brown, Michelle Obama, has failed. The difference? They didn't stop. They learned and adapted. Track the evidence. Keep a wins journal. Every time you accomplish something, write it down, big or small. When doubt creeps in, flip through those pages. Facts quiet feelings. Talk about it. The fastest way to shrink shame is to say it out loud. Find peers, mentors, or friends who get it. Because the moment you realize you're not alone, the power breaks. The moment you say it out loud, the power breaks. Ditch the comparison game. Remember, people show their highlight reel, not their behind-the-scene chaos. Focus on your own lane, your growth, and your values. Use confidence habits. Power posture before a big meeting. Breath work to calm nerves. Speak slower and lower. It signals authority. Prep 3 key talking points so you feel grounded in facts, not fear. Redefine success. Your worth isn't tied to productivity. It's in your consistency, your integrity, and your growth. Ask yourself, what would success look like if it felt sustainable? Rebuilding self-trust. At the core, imposter syndrome is a lack of self-trust. You've spent years listening to external voices instead of your inner one. Here's your challenge. Start keeping micro promises to yourself and keep them. Each time you do, your brain registers, I can rely on me. That's confidence in its purest form. Because real confidence isn't arrogance. It's quiet certainty that you can handle what comes. I also have a podcast on confidence as well that I've done previously. So the next time that voice says, who am I to do this? Flip it and say, who am I not to? You've worked for this moment. You've earned your seat at the table. Now it's time to take up space unapologetically. You are enough, and you always have been. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a friend who needs the reminder that she belongs in every room she walks into. Subscribe, leave a review, and tag me on Instagram, recovering_perfectionist_mama, with your favorite takeaway. Also, same username on TikTok and YouTube. Let's grow together in self-belief. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope that gave you some actionable tips and strategies that you can actually use to bust through that barrier or bust through that ceiling and get to where you need to be and want to be and the place at the table that you deserve to be. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and be sure and come back and visit us again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.